Hello and welcome back. So last time, Jin and the party finally made their way out of the planar sphere and back into the relative safety of the copper coronet here in Akatla. Upon arrival, they were pleased to bump into Nalia, who somehow persuaded her petty aunt, Delcia, to give up the third and final part of the Flail of Ages. So Adaman here is now the proud owner of the full Flail of Ages plus 3. Um, or rather, that's my explanation for how we acquired the third and final part of the flail. Obviously, I did it through Shadowkeeper. I hope you don't think of it as cheating so much because I think thinking back on the well, actually, I'll explain why I decided to do it in the end. Because in the planar sphere, I was feeling that Animan felt a bit weak because because of his armor class, or rather dexterity, he was getting hit quite often. So as a frontline fighter, he wasn't particularly good at tanking, and he also tended to miss a lot because well, he wasn't proficient with the flail, and he also didn't have the full plus 3 flail, flail of ages. So I wanted somebody, just wanted him to be a bit more effective, and the reason why I felt it wasn't cheating was because in these sort of games I don't usually I sort of try not to reload unless if obviously Jin died, or if like 4 or 5 members of the party died maybe. But in general I don't do things like that because I want actions to have consequences, and I'm happy enough to take the punishments if I make wrong decisions. But in the case of Nalia's keep, I just felt it was really odd that I was punished for doing what I thought would have been a sensible thing. So in my mind, we were working for the Darnese household, and the golems were clearly guarding their treasure room. So I think stealing from from Nalia's treasure room, even especially when she was right there, just seemed wrong to me. So that's why I didn't do it. And also, obviously, I suspected that if I try to steal from the treasure room, then I guess the golems would have turned hostile. And at that time, I didn't feel the party would have been strong enough to deal with all those golems. Apparently, if you I later found out, if you only I think go for the central statue, you can take the third part of the Flare of Ages without making any of the golems go hostile. And I think if you I don't know, if you take other items from the other statues, from one statue at a time, you only make a few of the golems go hostile at a time. So uh, apparently the encounter would not have been as desperately difficult as I imagined. But regardless, I felt it was perfectly sensible to not steal from the Darnese household. Um, but then once we saved it, and essentially we were given ownership of the keep, then I assumed that anything that was in there would essentially belong to Jin, or at least he could borrow it. He is going on to do all these quests, so having the Flow of Ages would seem to be quite useful. And having just saved them, I didn't think Nalia or her family would be too bothered about us borrowing the Flow of Ages, if not keeping it entirely. So it made no sense that the golems would suddenly disappear along with all the other items. And I didn't mind so much with the other items that we missed out on, but the flail does seem to be very useful. And I just felt that I felt I was kind of penalized for because of maybe slightly dodgy design, as opposed to me failing to spot a pattern, or not paying attention to, I don't know, an important line of conversation. So in the planar sphere, for example, I still don't know what that puzzle was meant to be. So I was having to take 2 fireballs in the face to get there by just pure chance, I guess. And so yeah, that explains why I thought it was okay to use Shadowkeeper to get us the full Flail of Ages. Hope you don't think it's cheating. Another thing that I've done with the with Shadowkeeper, which you might think would be questionable, was with regards to, again, Animan and his proficiencies. So I found out that apparently he had 2 points of what you call it, proficiency in spears. But because he's a cleric, he can never actually use spears. So that sounded pretty silly. Um, and upon some research, I asked around for some opinions on the forum. And apparently, it's because Animan started off as a fighter, so he was trained in spears. And apparently, in one of these conversations, he does mention that he used spears or something. That's why he had some proficiency in spears. But then he became a cleric and essentially had to swear that he'd never use spears again. Um, well, not necessarily spears. I think all edge weapons in general. So that's why he has proficiency in spears, but he can never use them. Which is sort of okay, fair enough. But he still essentially had 2 proficiency points wasted. So I don't know if it was intentional design or otherwise, but so some people felt it was okay to transfer the 2 points into whatever you want. I decided to go for the compromise solution and transferred 1 point from spear into flail, just so that he can use the flail of ages a bit better. And yeah, so I went for the compromise solution. Again, I think this one is, to me, a little bit more questionable, but I don't think it disrupts balance too much. And yeah, so those are the 2 changes I've done with Shadowkeeper. I don't anticipate doing anything else. I'm pretty happy with the party as is, and hopefully, hopefully we won't need to tweak anything else anytime soon. So the first time I used it, I essentially penalized Jin by reducing his constitution, and the second time we've given Animan a small buff, I guess. Okay, so we're back in the Copper Coronet, and I think we were just going. This session will probably not see much action because I just plan to go through all the stuff we've picked up and reorganize the party, reorganize spell books. I think Aerie's gained another level, so we'll let her level up now. So she'll become a well, she's already a level 9 cleric, and she will now become a level 10 mage. So hoping for a good roll with HP. Nope, just a 1. Right, okay. So additional level 2 spell and additional level 5 spell. Set. Okay. Yeah, so level 9 cleric, level 10 mage. Right. So I think we should we picked up quite a few scrolls, and I need to get those organized now. Not gonna be very oh yeah.
Yes, it shall be.
Get Minsk back. Is that him? No, it's him now. Minsk should be somewhere here in the Copper Coronet. Alright, that means we need to get Balgar's equipment. Well, not all of it, but the things that we want to keep. Okay. What? How is everyone full? Okay. Alright, you can keep those. Okay, so time to welcome back Minsk and Blue.
What is it? Very well.
Where goes the stench of evil, so goes the cleansing wind of Minsk and Boo.
Okay. Stand your course, armored louts. State your business in this place. Wait, I know of you. Alright, Minsk forgot who we were briefly. Oh, happy day. You've come to collect Minsk and Boo, and together we shall put our collective boost to our enemies. Ah, so good to have Minsk back. We would love to have you in our party, Minsk. Yeah, Minsk and Boo and you, there can be no greater team in all the realms. Right. Well, goodbye, Walgar.
Are we through? I should like to know if we are to continue.
Well, it's making me feel sad now. No, we should split up
As you
for now.
wish. If you change your mind, I would still like to travel with you. I still think I have much to see in this world.
Alright, so he'll return to the cabin woods. That makes sense, because I think he's still being hunted by the cow wizards. Having him around would probably be a liability because of that. Yeah, alright, we'll go there if we need you again. Alright, so there goes Val Koshala. It's actually a
You point
surprisingly
where
good
Minsk
companion,
goes, evil stands
but
aside.
bit of Minsk back. Picked up a lot of enchanted arrows, so we probably don't need too many standard ones. Okay, yeah, this might take a while to organize. That's for sale. We still have demon hearts. Aerie, gems. What's this? The Shadow Thieves. Oh yeah, we picked this up just before we came in here. The Shadow Thieves weaken day by day and cannot even protect their own members from the night they claim to know so well. What do your guild dues pay for, besides the opulence of the Shadow Council? Join with us, and receive what you know you are worth. We meet when the night is half past. You know the place. Okay. Guess that's a quest item. Speaking of quest items, I think I need to find a storage space.
What is my task? Consider it done.
I think we might, well, maybe find a container somewhere. Yeah. Use one of these containers at the back of these. Obviously, Hendak is now a trusted friend, so he'll help to keep an eye over our
On my
stuff.
honor, I will do my best.
Alright, acorns. Yeah, I don't plan to go to, Jin doesn't plan to go to the Windspear Hills anytime soon. Keep key. I think the golden pantaloons you can leave. Not sure what that is. Electro transfer. He has to the Mavar Guild. Without attacks. This was Mirella's diary. Yeah. This is from our witch journal. Oh. Alright. Let out the ferret for a while. So large shield plus 2. Don't think we need it. Let's sell that. No, I don't think Aerie can actually summon a familiar because they're only protagonist. So let's sell that. Iron spell training. Alright, we need to look at that in a bit. I think we'll sell all the gems first. What the buff just ended. Oh right, no, it was the ferret.
What do you... Yes.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Alright, we'll have some drinks after all that we've been through in the planar sphere. So some Shadow Dark Ale, some Golden Sands. Alright, that's nothing new, we just came out of there. There's no wine in this place. Okay. Amish Ale. Suzale. Okay. Sell some gems. Oops, scrolls. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm still hanging on to this for Imoen. Alright, these boats are indeed pretty valuable. Oh, the paralytic one. Probably don't have enough. Gold ring. King's Tears. Wow. Okay, so it doesn't have any magical properties. Hopefully it's not a quest item of some sort. Stone amulets, bolts of lightning. I think we've already looked into this one. Shakira, oops.
Yes,
Shakira
very
has a gem bag as well.
I gotta stop dipping into me own ale.
Alright, gold necklace, planet gem. Potion of clarity is, okay, not useful. Okay, wow, we've got 20,000 gold. It's actually enough to pay Galen, but I'm not sure if that's what we'll do now. Alright, so scrolls. I think we need a potion of, everyone will rest because it is quite late and they've just been through quite a lot, so we'll
What is
rest
my
first.
turn?
I got me some nice looking waitresses, don't I?
I know the spells are not organized yet, but I think everyone deserves a rest after the trials of the Planar Sphere.